Welcome back, happy Vlogmas. I need to organize my kitchen cabinets. It's been on my to-do list for months, and the culprit is that I keep buying things, and now everything is kind of in the wrong spot and doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Also, behind me is my pantry, and as you know from previous pantry tours, I had food in many places throughout the house, so now behind me, the pantry, is the only place that has food, which is fantastic. Now in the pantry, I do have some things that are not food. So in this drawer, I have some equipment. I've got equipment throughout all my drawers. And then over in my drop station, I now have so many open cabinets that I can use for storage. So let me show you those. So here's what we're working with. Up here we have a bunch of cookbooks, but as you can see, the cookbooks don't all fit. They're overflowing. I have some canning books there, and then all of my garden supplies, and everything's just kind of overflowing. I did get new pots and pans, so I put the old ones here just in case I needed them. So far I haven't. So I have a few things in here, other recipes, and then my choppers. And then in here, I have just some vitamins, medicine, and then candles, and then all of the sunscreen, which is probably not necessary to have right there. So down here, these little drawers are just junk drawers. That's all that is. So don't need to worry about those. I'm going to keep those as junk drawers because you gotta have junk drawers, right? Over there too. And then here is all of the things that we really don't use. And I don't know, I need to get rid of these. These are the knobs from my old stove, and I kept them. I don't know why. Probably because I had bought them. I had recently bought new knobs for that stove, so I'm gonna get rid of those. There's probably not a whole lot of decluttering to do because I do use these things occasionally, just not that often, but I think some organization could be helpful. And then this big spot down here could use a little bit of work. So we have the roaster, which I think fits great there. Everything up there fits great, except for right now it's like leaning off. This is a hot mess though. And over here is where we used to have the beans and rice, and now that's empty. We can do whatever we want with it. And over here is where we used to have the flour and the sugar. So we have this space as well. Now back into the pantry. This is the only place I have things that's not food, so we'll have to figure out what we want to do with this. And then this is another part of the catalyst. I installed these shelves recently, so now I have a whole bunch of shelves, which is fantastic. This used to have just this shelf, and it had a bar going across for like coats, which is completely unnecessary because if we just turn right here and we walk a few steps and we pivot, that's our coat closet. So turning again, we don't need another one right here. So I'm thinking I might put my triple crock pot right here because it'll fit there. And then like this is where I store presents for whatever present thing is coming up. Right now it's Christmas. It was Nick's birthday. But I'm loving the organization so far. I have Christmas wrapping. I have party cups and plates and such. That's the same thing. This is things that I can package up food in. And so I've got little bags. We're going to have a cookie party soon, so I bought the bags specifically for the cookie party. And then I just have all of my pots, my crock pots, my big stock pot, my canner, and then empty. So what should I do here? Should I put the crock pot there? Cleaning is just the next, and like all the stuff that I really don't use, and the attachments for the KitchenAid. Because I have both mixers down there. I really love the Zacme mixer. I got that because I wasn't too impressed after a few years with my KitchenAid. So the KitchenAid is for if I'm just using the attachments at this point. I mean, it still works. It's just not my favorite. But then I have carpet cleaner because cats, and empty boxes and bags. So with that being said, we have a lot of space to work with, which is great. Definitely love that. Now, I need to figure out where exactly to start, and maybe that crock pot is the right place to start because let me show you. I'll show you in all my cabinets and we will kind of assess and see where we're gonna go. Okay, here's what this cabinet is looking like. This was originally like an air fryer spot, and so I've got a piece to the air fryer, some paper liners. Down here I've got the triple crock pot, which barely fits, but then I got some new cake pans that are kind of just stuck there. My lunchbox fits there great because I take that anytime I go to work. So that fits perfectly, and it is right in front of all of like the cupcake pan. So I think that is actually working really good. So we've got that much set, but this is not working. This is all of the attachments for the Zacme and then all my little Banatons. And back there is my bread cutter. This is not it. So we need to do something about this. Now up top, we look good here. This is the spices that are overflow from the spice drawer right here, which is also good. Don't need to do anything with that except for pick that one back up. I've been putting casserole dishes here, and I had casserole dishes here, but then all of the Banatons, basically sourdough is taking over the world. That's what I'm seeing here. And over here, this is not working anymore because of all these little pans. This was working just fine when I only had those big, thick pans. So I need to figure out something with that. And then sorry about the dishwasher going right behind me, but here's what we're looking like. This drawer is just all the pots and pans and lids. And you know, the pots and pans fit together very nicely, but all of the lids just take up a lot of room. So if I can think of a better way to store the lids, I might be able to fit more on this drawer. This needs some work. It's a little bit of everything, and I'm not utilizing the space very well. But over here, I think we're good. We've got pots. We've got these pots stacked, the big ones, and we have just pots and pans here that could use a little bit of help. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to put everything up on the counter that I don't know where it needs to go. And I'm going to start by just taking this crock pot, this like triple crock pot out of here because this is not a great spot for it. And then these need to go in so we don't lose them. And I'm gonna go put this in that closet. I have some room. I have another crock pot. I wonder if that would be a good idea to put that there and have this just be like all the extras. So this is the only other bottom cabinet that I have, and in here is all of the cutting boards. I've got the, what do you call those? Trivets. But then down here I have a white crock pot, a silver crock pot, and then my Instant Pot knockoff. So perhaps I should grab the white one out and just keep one crock pot here. Then if I need the extra, I can go get it. Okay, I like this. That means I've got all the crock pots except for one that I can use just like as our main crock pot. And heck, I could even put it in here later if I wanted to. So we'll call this good for now. And then we're gonna call this good for now too. I have the extra pot liner for the pressure cooker there, the one crock pot, and then this, I need a better solution for these because you see all this space that I'm basically wasting. We'll think on that though. That might not be a today thing. So now I think we're at the point where we just need to pull everything out and kind of start over. I do like having the rolling pin there. That's worked for me pretty well. But this clearly is not working. I need to wipe that out. Mixing. That is funny. I'm missing a pedal attachment that's supposed to be in here, so I'll have to figure out where that went. Okay, I think this drawer too. It's basically just the sourdough stuff that's kind of taken over, so we might be okay if I can just get all the sourdough stuff out and find a home for it. It's amazing what taking out everything that I just threw in there does, because this is how it was organized, and that actually looks pretty dang good. I've been thinking about getting another drawer so I could put like one drawer here and one drawer here and use more of the space, because these things don't go very high, and it'd be nice to be able to use more space there. Now over here, I'm just going to take everything out and just put back these big ones like I had it. This is another thing. I wish I had like a vertical spot, because this takes up a lot of space just like the cutting boards. So that looks so much better, but once again, you know, it's not taking up very much space. And then what do I do with these? So I guess we'll think on that. I decided to take the bread cutter and put it in that closet, because then I just have more drawer space, and I think that's super helpful. So I think with all these things up here, I probably need to figure out what I want to have in these. So this used to be all of these things, so I think we'll put them back. And then perhaps all of my sourdough stuff can go on this one. One of these is smaller. I think it's that one. Okay, this is working. This is working well. This goes with the cutter, the bread cutter. I think these guys. You know, I don't even think I used this one, and it's so flowery. That is kind of funny. Those can go right under all of this and give that like a little bit of a cushion, so that's good. All of the recipe books can go in the other room. Okay, so I'm thinking about what I want to do with that back section, and I thought perhaps I might want to add all of the silicone pans there, or I could put them below, but I also have some silicone liners in here for like cupcakes and such, and I kind of want all of the silicone to be in one place. This is what this top cabinet's looking like, and yes, it looks pretty empty, but all my canning jars go up to the top. The lids don't go there, but there wasn't room down below where they do go. And then this is all of my like freezer meal items. So as I use freezer meals and canned items, this fills up really quickly. Although I did just get a lot more of these than I used to have, so I do need to rethink this a little bit. But I also have some candy molds over here, and I have a few more in the dishwasher, quite a few more, and so I want to put those in the same spot too. I think I can put this here, and this drawer is probably about done. So that's just the Bannetons, stuff for sourdough. Is there anything else I want to put in there? This water bottle I only use for sourdough. I use it to moisten the dough. Is that gonna close? Oh yeah. Okay. Do these fit together? Yeah. Okay, okay. Okay, this is working. We are combining things. Big muffin liners, little muffin liners, square muffin liners, and rectangle muffin liners. They're not gonna fit nicely in here though. These ones will. There we go. Okay, that worked. And then maybe also the parchment paper. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Now this situation This is all just like pieces of parchment paper that I can use in the air fryer. Here's how we're looking, and we haven't even touched the drawers or the upper cabinets yet, but let's see. I have a lot of empty space down there, so that is great. I love empty space because then we can fill it. So I think, let's see, I'm not loving that this doesn't use as much space, or it doesn't, what's the word? It takes up more space than it should because things aren't stacked. I used to have a lot of this stuff over on the other side, but I mean, right now I feel like this just looks nice. And then sometimes I have the racks there. Maybe I should put those back. My big rack though, this one that's like accordion style, that's the one that kind of gets in the way. So let me think on this for a minute. Or maybe we can start on the drawers and then it'll come to me, hopefully. Oh, I just saw over here, I forgot. Okay, I have all of this space. Okay, all right, that's great. Oh, I can put a lot of, this is a cabinet I can put big things in. Okay. Yes, these little ones, I have two of them. One of them's right there. It's going to have cake on it in a minute. These are going to go here because I use them often. And then this one I don't use as often, and it's going to, oh goodness. It's going to go right in here. Okay, that fits really well there, and I can still use that shelf. I need to wipe this out. Let me do that. Guys, I love it. I love that. And then up there, oh, I have a perfect idea. Over here, these things I don't really use. So this is like a release pan that you can use in the Instant Pot, and just other Instant Pot things. This is gonna go over there. Well, I'm not sure if it'll fit. I think I have to take the pan out and put this in first. We absolutely got it. I turned these on their side, and then right there we've got that. So we even have some room if I find anything else. Oh, you know what? I do. I have these new trays that I got at the Dollar Tree, and these fit perfectly in my bag to bring to work. But they need a place to live, so we'll put them here. And you know, this would be, well, this would also be a good spot for my serving tray that's right there, but maybe I'll find a better spot for it, so maybe we'll hold off. I just added the pizza peels and the round pizza pans that I can never figure out what to do with, so I think we're done in this cabinet. This is fantastic. Since I have room in here now, I think I'm going to just have all of the pots and pans, and so I grabbed these out of the drop station and I'm going to get them in here. All right, I think that looks good. We're not too cluttered. We have the woks and my old pan there, plus the lid kind of catty corner. We have all of the pots and the, well, we got a cast iron Dutch oven back there and a regular Dutch oven there. I might need to move this around a little bit because I think I use that Dutch oven more than everything in front, but for now, we're good. We're not cluttered. And then all the green pans that are new, which I love, by the way, this whole stacking system, and then this being the handle. These are fantastic. I haven't used the lids at all yet, but I'm gonna call this whole cabinet done. Well, I just came in here to put this cheese board in here, and look what I found. I'm just gonna close this one. It's out of the way, and it's fine. I know it's a mess, but it's the one with the things that I don't use all that often. Okay. Oh my gosh. Why doesn't that close? It closed earlier. There we go. So we're at the point where the only thing on the counter is all of the parchment paper that I don't know what to do with, the piece that goes to the air fryer, and then just the stuff that I've been using today. Oh, and this. So let's take a peek up. So this cabinet needs a little bit of work. I like to keep all of the jars on the top, but I really don't use those ones, although it kind of just works. So what I have is squatty pints and then quarts, and then up top I keep the pints, the regular mouth and the wide mouth. It's just I can't reach that top, so I have to like periodically get on a chair to put them up, which is fine. And then this whole section is for wide mouth pints, and sometimes it gets filled up and I double stack. And then this area I need more room, so I need to figure out how I'm going to get more room for all of the stuff that goes here. And then I think I'm pretty good on this cabinet. I have cups that we use, cups to go that we use, all of the cooking supplies that I use while I'm at the stove, our plates and bowls, and then this is where I keep regular mouth pints, and there's a lot of them there because I need to make a broth. I'm running really low. And then just extra stuff up top that we really don't use, and my old collection of shot glasses from all the different places that I had been. So I would like to change some things up over here though. So I've got some bowls that I don't use but I will never get rid of, and then I have my colander, which I do use, and I actually really like it there because I can reach it, but it also is not in the way. I have a little bowl that I use often. It's very light, and then I have no idea where the bowls are that go in there. Oh, I do actually. They are in my fridge and they have potatoes in them, so I think that's fine. But then down here, everything is just like stuck together. It's like there's not enough room for all of it. So I need to figure out how exactly I want to work this. This is all of just the white plates and bowls and all of the things that I like to use for soup or for filming or for parties, and then all of my measuring cups, and then these bowls. But then I have these mixing bowls here and then the glass mixing bowls over there. So do I want to try to get them together somehow? I'm not quite sure. And then the last one over here, this is where I keep the towels and washcloths and my oven mitts, and that works out great. But then I have up at the top is cookie cutters, which is fine. It's hard to get to all of my baking stuff though. That is where cupcake liners and sprinkles and basically all of this stuff goes. So I think that's probably just going to stay there because that's such a good spot for it, and I just have to use a chair when I need it. So just when I thought we were getting somewhere, I remembered I have this thing. So let me show you what's going on. So I just organized this. It wasn't bad. I just had to put all of these little containers together, and then I realized that's silicone, but it's like freezer containers, and this is all of like storage, freezer meal stuff that's plastic. But I got to thinking, and I'm like, this is weird that this is what I have in here because there's like one big one only and no lids. Well, I looked over here and look what I saw. So I think I need to figure this out. However, I'm not worried about this one. This one stays pretty well organized. It's just all the canning rings, canning lids, and then canning supplies. And I guess the other one is over there. So I wonder if I want to put those together or just leave that there or put the other one in here. I'm gonna think on it and I'll show you what I come up with. Okay, this was not as complicated as I thought. I kept all of this style container over here and then all of the very old containers there, and then now I have a little bit of extra room, which is good because this cabinet shelf like kind of falls if you put too much weight on it. Haven't decided yet what to do about that, if I want to put it with the other one. But I think I have a good solution here. I just put all of these plastic containers down there, and then that was able to go on top of the Ziplocs, and I think we're good. Milo, you goofball. I think I figured out what to do over here. I'm always running out of room because of all my gardening stuff, and so I think I used to use this for my seeds. Now I use this, but I also have a whole lot more seeds now, and they don't all fit because I bought a bunch of flower seeds. So I'm going to put all the flower seeds in here. And then I have just a few tools and such. And then I can use this whole section for cookbooks. And these need to go in there, but I can do that at the beginning of next season. And planting guide. So let's get these down in here. Hopefully That'll fit in there nicely, yep. Can I fit this one on top? I did just put this shelf in. Maybe not. This shelf was just lying in the back there. Let's get this. This was a big problem, is I have specific like bins that I use only for gardening. So I think if we just put that there, then we'll be good. And this will be just an entire gardening cabinet. Okay, so I have my canning books here. I like those being there because I'm just used to them being there. Now, are there smaller books that I can fit down here? That one will fit. Okay, they're all in there. This is good. This is really good. This is all the same thing now. So that's done. And I did bring the other chopper there. So now I have all the choppers, and then I have a lot of empty space. And I have more empty space down there. Here's what I'm left with. I have, none of this needs to be in here except for I do have a apron. I never wear aprons though. I have all of these bowls. I have this that I use for sourdough, which I could just put this right back where it was. And then I have this big pan that I still don't know where to put it. So I think I'm going to put this back down here where it was because it actually works out really well being there. And you know, this is for gardening only. So I'm going to put that in the gardening cabinet. Perfect. Okay, I think we're in good shape. I think this one's done too. I decided to move all of the mixing bowls from in here and those glass ones from in here down to this bottom section. So I think that'll work really well. And then I don't have to reach up to try to put the heavy glass away. So then here, I'm just going to do a quick reorganize of these and give a little bit more room since I have more of them now, and it'll look empty until we start eating through everything. But that's done as soon as I do that. So is this one. And then this cabinet as well is done. I put the holiday mugs up at the top that I don't really use very often. And then I have my white ceramic over here. And then I do have a little bit of extra space because I just got a new measuring cup bowl. So that's gonna go there. All my measuring cups are here. So down here, I just basically flip-flopped it. And that's done. And then I was thinking that at this point, we are pretty good. And so I have all of my cake and cookie stuff, and I didn't really like it up there. I think I can stick it all right here because I've got up there and down here, and we need something to put there. And I still need to do all the drawers, but the drawers will be last. So we're almost to the drawers though. All right, I think we're looking good here. I got all the little jars moved up to the top, and then I spread everything out and made a little bit more room. And then I put the lids down there. So I think we are good with all the cabinets. Well, I should say all the cabinets in the kitchen. Here is all of the stuff for making cakes and cookies, and I am going to throw that up in here. We are in good shape in here. I put the cookie cutters up at the top because I don't use them all that often. And then I have quite a bit of room because I have quite a bit of stuff out that I'm getting ready to use. So this is where all of my cake piping stuff will go. I've got silicone molds for candy that'll go here. All of the sprinkles will go there. And then of course, cupcake liners and all the extra goodies there. And here's just some of the extra stuff that I have out that'll go in there. So last up, let's do the drawers. I also put that pan back there because I didn't really have another spot for it that made sense. All right, let's take a look at all the drawers. We have this one, which I think is good. We can close that up. This one, I have all of my spatulas, then all of my spoons, and then this one has all of like the odds and ends. And I've definitely noticed that these would be better on the other side because that's where we use them, because that's where the air fryer goes when we're using it. Also, did you peep these? Look at how cute these are. These are some Christmas mini cakes, so if you haven't seen that video, definitely go check it out. It's a good one. And coming up, gonna be making some candy, so I just washed those and they are ready to go. So I'm going to just put everything up there that I need to reorganize, which is going to be basically almost everything. I did a good job organizing this once upon a time, but you know, sometimes things just change. And what worked once upon a time doesn't work now because other things have been moved. These fit so well back here, but they're so hard to get out. It's like I need to have a drawer extender like I have over here. Can you see this? This one comes out like an inch farther. This one, we put these other kinds on so that way we can get all the way in. And even still, we can't get all the way back there. Why? Oh, there we go. There we go. I just wasn't pulling hard enough. The whole entire dang drawer comes out. So what do you think? Should I do that to all of my drawers? Look at how much space that is. That is like 4 inches of extra space and I can use the entire dang thing. But these only come out to here. I don't even know what to say about this one. The problem is the drawers are not deep enough, so putting this in here kind of doesn't work. And then I also sometimes put them in kind of wet. Do you think I have enough of these? See, then I've got more sourdough stuff. Oh, a blade for sourdough. Okay. I think those work just kind of being there. So we're gonna leave them there. That doesn't stick very well, which is part of the problem. But I wonder if I put these here instead, I wonder if that'll work. And then everything here can just be the sourdough section. That could work. Okay, here's what we're looking at. All of this needs to find a home. Oh, and those are sourdough. So maybe the Danish dough whisks go in here. And then we just leave it like that and have it be pretty minimal. Just sourdough and then measuring cups. That could be a thing. I guess the question really is, what doesn't need to be in here? And I think the cheesecloth actually is gross. It's gonna be trash. Okay, I decided to put the tongs in with the Danish dough whisks because they kind of are out of the subject area of any of these. So they're gonna go there, and I think this one's done unless I decide to put like one of these things in there. I'm not sure yet though. So I've got all the basting brushes in here, and then I have all of these guys, which I'm thinking I actually want to move them here because that's where they were, and then I'll remember where they are. And then, I should have 2 of these. Oh no, there we go. Okay. So then what goes where? I think this is where I'll put kind of the cooking supplies. So we've got that guy, this, and this. And then that goes there. This goes here. These are so that I can open things because I sometimes can't. I often use this. So, okay, wooden spoons are gonna go here, here, here. And do I want to like divide this off? Maybe I do, and then I'll put the what do you call those things? Okay, the cookie scoops. And they'll be in the front, which will be so much easier to access, well, than when they were in the back. But why did it fit so much better from back there? Should I turn that around and put that towards the front? I'm gonna do it. Okay, doesn't look quite as nice, but it functions better, so that's what's important. And then I think back here can actually be all of these little random things that I rarely use, but I do use. Okay, that worked out really well. Another spoon. So I have quite a bit of room here, but I wonder, pizza roll thing in the back. Here's what's left. I have all of these little dough things, which I think actually a good spot for them might be right here. And the cake testers too. Okay, we're getting there. I think these empanada bakers, oh gosh, are gonna go somewhere else. Is that all I can fit? Yeah, probably, unless I put the whisks. Let's do that. Let's put the whisks there too. I need to get a new one though, because this one, the silicone's coming off, and I have not found one. Okay, here's everything that's left. Oh, how do I want to do this? And I used to have 2 of these in here, but I moved one of them over to the coffee drawer, and I actually really like it in the coffee drawer, so that is where that's going to stay. Let's see here. How do you want to do this? Maybe we'll put spatulas, spoon rests, these guys. Just move everything here back, and we'll put these. Okay, so then we have these that need to go just in the other side, and they'll go in with like cookie cutters. I also unloaded the dishwasher, and so this cabinet is looking almost done. It's just missing a few things that are in the fridge. Oh, I had longer ones. That's good to know. I wonder if that'll still close. Yep. And that up there is the perfect spot for these. I'm on my tippy toes. Yeah, that feels so good. I have been wanting to do this for literally months, and it's just something that it's a big to do. It takes a long time to do. You have to really think through everything. Also, I wanted to wait until after I did that closet, and the closet is done now. It's been done for about a month, but if you've seen other videos, you know I've been sick, and then we had a birthday, and then it's just busy season. So we got it done before Christmas, and now I feel like everything is good. We are organized. The entire kitchen's organized. So the only thing you didn't see is the pantry where all the food is, but I will definitely be showing that towards the end of the month, because you better believe we are doing the pantry challenge in January and February. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here and you haven't yet, please subscribe. I'd love to see you. If you are interested in seeing the pantry challenge that I did in September, I will pop that up here. And if you're interested in seeing the cakes that we made, I will pop those here. Thanks so much for being here. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.